Go.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Crafting Corner. My name is Melanie Robinson and I'm currently a rising junior at Johnson & Wales University, studying fashion merchandising and retailing. And one of the things that I like to do on my free time is make crafts. So today, I'm going to be showing you what you can do with just a little bit of tissue paper, construction paper, and some glue. So we're going to be making a tissue paper artwork. So on this side, as you can see, we made it into a butterfly. And then on this side is an oval. So you can use, there's pink paper on this side and then black paper on this side. But one thing we noticed is that when you use the black paper, the colors of the tissue pop more. This you can use in your house as a sun catcher, so you can use it in the window to catch the sunlight so the colors pop, and you can also put it as a decoration in your room. So the materials that you're going to need for this video, you're going to need a few different colors of tissue paper. You're going to need a piece of construction paper, some glue sticks, and then also a pair of scissors. Before you start your craft, you're gonna wanna put something covering the space that you're working on. So a nice tablecloth, something plastic so that the glue doesn't stick. So we're gonna start off with our frame first. So you can either use, I have a piece of chalk here, or you can use construction paper crayons. So I'm going to use the chalk just for this video, and I'm going to trace out the silhouette that I wanted. So I just did already in pencil, I made a triangle, so I'm just going to trace it out so you guys can see. So this is what my triangle came out looking like. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to cut out the triangle in the middle. You're not gonna cut out the sides because you need this to use, you're gonna use this for the tissue paper so it pops out inside. So you're gonna take your scissors, and what you can do is you can poke a little hole in the middle. Like this, and then you can start cutting around the lines. So you're gonna have to cut through. Make sure you're cutting along the line so it's nice and even. And then it might have a little extra excess chalk on this side, so you can use this side when you glue it to your mosaic paper. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start using our tissue paper and glue it together. So I already have a bunch of tissue paper cut out. What you can do is you can either use the tissue paper that you have and you can just rip it up so it's just like randomly ripped up. Or if you want, you can actually cut them out into little shapes if you like to do it that way. So we're going to take some of our tissue paper and then some of our glue and start gluing them together. You want to make sure you pat down on the tissue paper that you're using so they're stuck together. And after each one that you glue down, I would suggest picking it up just so it doesn't stick to whatever surface you're using. And as you can see, I have different shapes here. I have some triangles, some rectangles, some semicircles, so you can cut them however you want. After a little while, it should start looking like an actual paper. This is what it's looking like so far. Still have a little while to go though. So you guys can, obviously I have a bunch of different colors and things like that. You can cut them into bigger shapes, smaller shapes. It's really up to you and how much time you want to spend on it. So you guys can use an assortment of colors. You can use as many colors as you want. So you can use like 2 colors if that's up to you. If you want to use like your 2 favorite colors, like mine are blue and purple, so I might use blue and purple for another one. Or you can use, like me, a bunch of different, an assortment of colors. Make sure that you're pressing down on the tissue paper so it sticks. And you do have to be patient because this does take a little while. Also, when choosing your colors, it can be something meaningful to you. If you choose like your frame, which you should choose your frame beforehand, you can use colors corresponding to that so it can make it look the way that you want it to. It's starting to come together a little bit more here. You might have to turn the pieces of paper a certain way. If you want them like a certain way, you might have to play with them just a little bit. And you're gonna have to keep doing this until it's a little bit bigger than your frame. And that's okay that it's bigger than your frame because you're going to cut off the edges, which I'm going to show you towards the end. a bunch of glue comes out, you can either smooth it out or try and get it back on the glue stick so you can use it to glue your next piece down. Make sure to keep pressing down on it so it's all together. Make sure all of your corners are glued together so there's no like any loose ends. You can glue on both sides. I'm just going from side to side just so it can make it bigger as it grows. You can turn the shapes too. They don't have to be like straight up and down. Some of mine are just tilted slightly. And you might want to have some extra glue sticks just in case you want to make more than one of these, or in case your glue stick starts to run out. Coming together some more. Remember, like I said, keep picking it up so it doesn't stick to your tablecloth or whatever you're using. At a good enough size here. And if you need to cut more shapes out, you can actually do what we did here. And you can trace out one circle, like there's one right here, and then you can just cut out a bunch on a piece of tissue paper. Let's check my frame to see how much we're doing so far. So there's a little empty space right here, so I think I need to do a little bit more. Can fill in whichever areas you feel like are empty or you want to add more to. Just make sure everything is stuck together so it doesn't come apart. There we go. Making sure it's nice and secure. Bunch of different shapes we have. Make sure that you're checking your frame to make sure that you're doing enough, or just to make sure that you're not doing too little. Let's check one more time. So my frame seems to cover this one here. So what I'm going to do now is, since I cut out my triangle that you see here, I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue this, the frame here, onto the paper, the tissue paper that we put together. So I'm going to turn this over on the other side. And I'm going to put the glue right outside. So this is what it looks like on the front side. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to check the back side, because we're going to make a double-sided one. So we're gonna check this to see if we have enough paper. This is a flower that I previously cut out so we could do the other side. You can use, obviously you can use whatever colors you want. I just chose green. So we're gonna check and see. We're gonna line it up so it's directly on top of the black paper. And if you guys can see, we're actually missing a few pieces of paper. So what I'm gonna do before I even glue this is I'm gonna take some extra tissue paper and I'm just gonna glue it on top of this paper. So we're gonna take the glue and we're putting it on top of the construction paper since we already have it here. If you guys don't have extra like handy, you can just take some extra and you can just rip some extra up and then just apply it. So this is one spot where we needed an extra. We're gonna do over here, we needed another extra. And then I think we needed just one more. Okay, so after this part, now we're gonna check it one more time to make sure that this will fit on top. So we're gonna take this and line it up. So it looks like it fits. So what we're gonna do is the same thing we did for the triangle, and we're gonna put the glue around the flower, right next to it. So we're gonna go around the petals right here. Might be a little close to the edge, so just be careful of that. If you have the tablecloth, then you'll be okay. Completely around the edges. Make sure you have enough glue so it sticks. Okay, so now I have the glue on this side, and you can flip it over, and this is the side that you're gonna see on the outside. So this is the part that we're gonna glue down. So we're gonna line it up as best we can with the black paper. And you're just gonna pat it down. Once you have it lined up, you're gonna pat it down on the edges where you place the glue. Just smooth it out to make sure that it sticks to the tissue paper and also to the other construction paper. So once all of that is done, you are going to have your double-sided tissue paper. So this one is the flower that we have with the green paper. Like I said, you can use whichever colors you want. And then this side, you can flip it over and you have your triangle. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope to see you guys again next time. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Crafting Corner. My name is Melanie, and I'm going to show you another craft that you can do with tissue paper. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a tissue paper flower. These are actually one of my favorite crafts to do. So with the tissue paper flower, this size I think is a medium type of size. So you can either make it bigger, like really big if you wanted to, or you can make it smaller. Some of the things that you can do with this is you can make multiple flowers and you can put it in like a vase to make like a nice tissue paper flower bouquet. You can put it on like your bedpost and tie the pipe cleaner like around your post. You can put it around your mirror to make your mirror look more nice. You can attach it to a gift box if you're giving like a gift away to somebody and things like that. And one thing I did like to do when I was making these before is you could spray perfume on it so it actually smells like an actual flower. So what you're going to need for this video, you're going to need an assortment of colors. I have a bunch of different colors here. I have 5 pieces of tissue paper. So you can use an assortment of colors like me, or you can use just one color if that's more your preference. And also, you're going to need some pipe cleaners as well. You can use just one color, or you can use 2 different colors to make it look more vibrant. And you're going to need a pair of scissors. So the first thing that we're gonna do is you're gonna take all the tissue papers that you have. So like I said, we have 5 different tissue papers here. So I have the white, blue, pink, green, and a nice light yellow color. So we're gonna put these all together and make sure that they're lined up. So make sure that they're lined up nice and neatly. And flip it over just to make sure. Okay. So it should look pretty much like this. Sometimes they might be a little off, but that's okay. So the first thing that you're gonna do is when you start, you're going to hold the pieces of paper all together like this. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna start folding. So basically it's gonna look like a fan at the beginning. So you're gonna fold over like this, grab all of the tissue paper and fold it over like this. And make sure it's nice and firm. And then when you have one little flap here, you're gonna flip it over to the other side and do the same thing. So you're just gonna keep going back with this routine. So, and then you're gonna flip it over again and make sure they're nice and even when you fold them. And you're gonna keep doing this until you get to the bottom of the tissue papers. Almost done here. Want to make sure all of these are aligned. Okay. So we have this here. So this is what it should look like when you're done folding all of your tissue paper. So after you've done that, you're gonna take these. I also wanted to mention that these are jumbo pipe cleaners. So this is what you're gonna need to use. So we have a bunch of different colors in here. I'm just gonna pick brown just out of the thing here. And you're gonna take the jumbo pipe cleaner and you're gonna fold it over like this. And then you're gonna have to twist this, the 2 strings, like this, so it's nice and tight and it stays together. You don't have to turn it all the way down, but I'm gonna twist it just so it stays secure. So you can twist it all the way down so it looks like a nice little stem. And be careful because at the end, these are pipe cleaners, so they might prick you, so just be careful. So once you have it, it should look like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the scissors and you're going to make, like, as you can see here, they're kind of rounded, like semicircle. So we're going to cut that out and make it look like that. So you're going to just take it on one side, take your scissors, and you're going to cut a semicircle. Make sure you're holding the tissue paper secure. Might be a little chunky because you have a bunch. Make sure you go around so it looks like a semicircle. And then this is what one side looks like. So you're going to do the other side just the same. Make sure you grab all of the tissue paper and make it as round as you can. Might not be perfect, but that's okay. So after you do that, it should look similar to this. So they're all rounded on both sides. So just show it like this. Okay. And then after you do that, what you're gonna start doing is on one side first, you're going to pull out all of these tissue papers like so. And then what you're gonna start doing is you're gonna take each colored tissue paper and you're going to pull it up. So you're gonna pull it, you're gonna go in at each one and pull it up so it's close enough to the pipe cleaner in the middle. So this is what it looks like on this side. So I just finished doing the yellow one like this on one side. And now I'm just gonna keep going with all of the other colors, doing it one by one. So we're gonna pick up the green. Make sure you do this lightly and you're not rough with it because you can rip your tissue paper. Make sure you get them as close as you can to each other. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the pink one. You can do this with more colors too. You'd just be doing a little more than I'm doing right now, so. And then we're almost done with this side, so the blue one next. And then, once you're done with that one, it's up to you how you want to make the bottom like piece of tissue paper. Some people might just like leave it at the bottom, or some people might bring it up with the rest of them. So it's really up to you and what you want to do. And then you're going to, once this side is done, you're going to duplicate it and do the same exact thing on this side. So it becomes a full flower like this one. So we're gonna open it up again on this side. The first color that we have is the yellow one. Start from one side, make it easier for yourself, and then go to the other side. Remember to be gentle, because this is tissue paper, so it will rip very easily. And remember to pull it in as close as you can to the pipe cleaner, so it looks more full. So now we're on to the green. Yep. Pull it as close to each color as possible. And now we have the pink. Nice and gentle. Just pulling them up one by one. And now we're on the second to last one, so we're at the blue. Just pulling it up all the way as far as you can. And then the white one. Like I said, you can leave it down like this, or you can pick it up and make it more full on the bottom. And then you can just adjust whichever pieces of tissue paper might look wrong to you, whichever ones that you might want to fix. Bring them in closer if you need to. I'm just picking some of these out. And then this is going to be your tissue paper flower. And you can make multiples of these, like I said, and you can make them in different sizes. So this, like I said, these two I would consider like medium size. You can make them a lot bigger if you wanted to. You would just need some more paper, some more colors, and you can make them smaller too. So these are what they look like. They're both different colors, and they have different color stems too. You can use whichever color you want. So thank you guys again. And please, I hope to see you guys again. See you next time.